Hey, reporters, welcome back to my channel. Do you remember how disgraced former Teen Mama Uji star Ryan Edwards was caught with drugs and drug paraphernalia when he was arrested on February 9th or 10th, I want to say, for violating the protective order that his estranged wife, Mackenzie Standifer, had against him? Well, the police department has officially decided to expose the drugs and drug paraphernalia that Ryan had with him. I have to say it funny, you guys, because I'm trying to evade the YouTube, you know how they listen to your videos and stuff to see if you're saying naughty words and whatnot? That's why it's even spelt funny in the title as well. So anyway, they're saying that he was caught with heroin, cocaine, and a glass pipe. And they actually found the glass pipe in his wallet. So it was actually quite miniature, which is a little bit surprising to me. I always assumed that they were about like this size at the minimum. And then in terms of width, to be able to fill like the substance about this much, which is actually quite large. You know, it doesn't like just fit in your wallet, but I digress. Maybe it was one of those heavy duty wallets. So again, he was caught on February 10th and arrested for all of that. And now the police officer listed in his court papers, I searched the inside of his wallet and located a glass pipe and 2 baggies of white powder. Let me just move this here so you guys can read it a little bit better. One baggie appeared to be very white, more consistent with cocaine, while the other appeared slightly darker, more consistent with heroin. So that was quite surprising to me because when I heard that he had a glass pipe, I was thinking it was crack. The next thing, when they go, oh, it's darker, I'm like, okay, well, then that's crack. He's like mixing a little bit, you know, because the white powder is a little bit more expensive. So you sprinkle a little bit of crack in, you know what I mean? But I guess not. The officer reports that the combined weight was 1.8 grams and that they have sent it all to testing just to really verify. He or she is just going off of what they saw visually and what they usually see in these types of arrests, but it is going off to testing to really truly verify what it might be. So I did have to go on a website to see because I was quite surprised that there was no crack found on him. Because again, when I think of a glass pipe, I'm thinking of people smoking crack. So what I did was I went to this website called thrivetreatment.com in order to find some more details on what kinds of drugs are smoked in glass pipes. So they're saying that these can include cocaine, marijuana, opioids, and methamphetamines. And I do remember that we said, listen, he kind of was giving a little bit meth vibes, right? In his picture here, you know how like they like to pick at their skin and whatnot. Like he looks like he's in the beginning phases of that. Of course, we can't verify for certain, but I would not be surprised if that was something that he was messing with, which is really scary because, you know, that's a really bad one. Like you physically look, wow, when you are an addict of that, right? So yikes. Anyway, they're saying that marijuana is usually smoked, or weed is usually smoked out of a metal pipe, glass pipe, or out of a bong. So I have heard of it being smoked out of a bong, but not out of these pipes or anything like that. You know, typically, what do I know that people do? They roll it or they hit it a bong, but they usually just roll it. They're not like in the bong vibes, I don't think usually. Or maybe I'm just thinking of like how I remember it in Canada. Remember, it's legal in Canada, right? It's not really my thing of choice. I usually use it as a painkiller if I'm having hardcore cramps, but I don't find it fun, to be honest with you. So it's not really for me. And I haven't done it in a long time because here in France, it's illegal. So it's not really something you see that often unless you hang out in those circles where people really enjoy it and go out of their way to find it. Because you actually don't even really have to go out of your way to find it, especially in the summer. If you're hanging out by the Seine, minding your own business, dealers will come up to you and ask you if you want to buy some, but they call it SHIT here. That's what it's called. Or maybe that's something that's mixed with something else. I don't know. I don't trust these people. Bongs usually have a bowl outside of a vertical tube with water being in the bottom of the pipe to serve as filtration and can vary quite a lot in size. Don't bongs sometimes have like even worse implications for your lungs and the other stuff because of the water and the humidity and the smoke? Like that sounds like a breeding ground for bacteria to me, but I digress. The long-term use of drugs can change the pathways in the brain, which can make it much more difficult to stop using. So that's where the addiction comes in. So there you go. They list crack, right? Yeah, they list the crack. They said that that was a cylinder glass pipe. So I guess it's safe to say that, yeah, he's not on crack like I assumed. He was most likely using the other stuff from the pipe. Again, this is something that's still ongoing. It's still new. They're sending it to testing just to verify and everything. More and more information is coming out about the protective order that his estranged wife, Mackenzie Standifer, filed against him. In another video that I just shot earlier today, she alleges that there was an instance in their home where he threatened to stab her and stuff like that in front of the kids, and he really mimicked it. Then she alleged that there was another incident when he kept pretending that he would punch her in the face while she was lying down in bed, and he broke the bed with her in it. In both instances, she claims that she tried to take her phone, call for help, get out of the way of the kids, and he prevented her from leaving. So this is looking really, 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 really bad. Guys, again, I'm at a loss for words. I truly don't know what to say about this. I think this is one of the worst things that I've heard come out from the Teen Mom universe outside of the David and Janelle stuff, of course, and the Amber thing. Like, this is definitely, I think it's number 3 for me now, right? I think so. In like the OG Next Chapter Teen Mom 2 world, I think this is number 3, but I could be mistaken. Is this one of the top like 3 to 5 things that you've crazy, like shocking, devastating things that you've seen, instances of abuse that you've seen come out of the Teen Mom world lately? Let me know why or why not, or what your order would be, because there's been a lot. Maybe I'm forgetting some of it in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. Did any of these DRUWGZ like surprise you or anything that he was caught with? To me, it all seemed par for the course, but I digress. Let me know what you think, okay? Take care, you guys. Bye. Oh no, I messed up the outro.